So there we were, wheel to wheel, with the nastiest racing cars I've ever seen. Razor-sharp chrome gleaming in the dark, weapons bristling under rumbling hoods.
Oh, the Tri-City Welcoming Committee. Have a drink, friend.
Yeah, well, whoever they were, they messed with the wrong racers. Jak and I are world famous. And we're connected, too. We've been, invited to Crash City for the reading of some will. A rich guy named Crew.
The big gang lord?
Yeah, big is right. We were Crew's muscle in Haven City, but old Tub of Butter kicked the bucket. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah! Slowly the racers circled us. The smell of fear hung in the air. And the smell of something else, too. I told Jak, lose the suckers!
Sounds like this city's terribly dangerous. Maybe we should get law enforcement to crack down.
Yeah, well, this place don't scare us. No nasty gang is gonna get us to turn tail and run.
Sounds like they had you dead to rights. How did you survive?
Barely able to handle himself, but with my help, we took them all out, until only one was left.
Really? You know, people in this town have a way of getting in over their heads. Like at the bottom of the ocean.
Easy, boys. My story's almost over.
Yes, it is.
Wait a minute, it gets better! Really!
Dax, get in the car!
Jak! Are you crazy? You ruined my story!
Now!
Ah! What are you waiting for? Step on it, Jak!
I told you not to go out. We're getting death threats, Dax. Someone doesn't want us here.
You think? I say we take the next boat home.
Not a chance. Hang on!
Jak!
Welcome to a new Let's Play, everybody. Yep, it's Jak X. Combat Racing. So, we had to get to this point. You know, we had to get to this game eventually, which this is where pretty much the detour while also still being a part of the main story of the Jak games. Because it ain't a platformer, it's a racing game. But you could kind of see it go in this direction considering what Jak 3 was doing. And the thing is, this also connects all the Jak games together. It connects to Jak 1, 2, and 3 obviously, but it also connects to Daxter. And it also has a bit of a, little connection with Ratchet and Clank as well. In the fact that they, had a bit of a rivalry too. And also, when I have games to get stuff because I have all the saves. So, first of all, here is this vehicle right here, which I now have, and I'm going to be needing for way later on. The Daxter mobile.
Ready to race.
Taryn, working to save Haven City from the first Metalhead invasion, Taryn learned to survive against all odds. She also learned to kill, so watch your back. Alright?
Alright, let's go.
A servant of Core, this ugly bug wants to teach every meat sack how metalheads are destined to rule the planet. This creepy crawler won't squash easily. Caden.
Come on, let's do this.
Even Space Heroes need to Sam, calm down to Earth sometime. After a serious bout of insomnia, Ratchet is taking a much-needed vacation, ready to gadget up his ride to take on the competition. Jak 1, this is the happy Jak we all learned to love. Look at those big eyes and bright rhyming colors. Ah, the good old days.
Let's mix it up.
After being pumped full of deadly dark eco, Jak is ready to take on everything Cresty can throw at him. Stay out of his dangerous hero's sights, he'll be jacked up for sure.
This is what I love to do.
Banished the wasteland, Jak is now as tough as a hero can get. And after driving off-road vehicles in the deadly desert, this quaint little race and circuit looks like kiddie car tracks to Jak.
Okay, dude, let's mix it up.
This dude totally knows how to rock and sometimes well on the track, but don't let Zemon's laid-back demeanor fool you. Lower your guard once, this party animal will drop you like a bad habit.
I'm gonna teach you young'uns a lesson.
He's old, but he's still bold and always ready at dawn to race. Osmos knows a little something about exterminating vermin, and he'll exterminate anyone who bugs him on the track, including the fact that his appetite will not show in this fucking game. Yeah, the PS4 version's bugged here. The PS4 version has a lot of problems, and I'll be going through them eventually. But right now, here's all the other stuff that I'll be going to unlock. There is a lot of precursor orbs, because this time precursor orbs are not a collectible, but a currency. And it's going to be kind of annoying. Now, special vehicles of the Daxter mobile I can't actually modify. They're already at their maximum, and you can't change the look either. But these vehicles, your standard ones, you can. You can basically change their stats, which you can see this one's low, and so is this one. We always have low ones to start off with, the Road Blade and the Basher. And we can customize their look as well. We can customize what kind of wheels they'll have, what kind of, stuff they'll be having. There is one thing you can always customize for every vehicle, though, is accessories. Antennas and the helmets. Those are special, though, so you're not going to see those at any point in the actual game, but way later in the bonus part. Now, I am going to customize the coloring and such for these vehicles because I like them a bit differently. There's a whole bunch of differences you can make for each one. You can deal with the stripes or the body. And for the body, I'm thinking of making it a bit more yellow while also making this a bit more of a black color. A bit more of a dark color. Yeah, like that. I like going for more striking colors in my vehicles. And I thought that one's pretty good for what I'm going for. And yeah, there's a lot of customization here. There are only two wheels to choose from though. The standard vulcanized and the compound mesh. I'll be choosing this one, the standard vulcanized, for this vehicle, actually the compound mesh. Am I going for that? I am. As you see, here are the stats, which I'm not going to upgrade any of them for the entire Let's Play until the very end where I have to get trophies, because full trophies are to get 50% of certain stats. So I'm going to essentially, get that done after I'm done with story mode. which means you're going to see me try to complete the entire game with only the stats the game gives us, which is possible. It's not going to be fun, and it's not entirely easy, but I'll do it anyway. Also, I don't like the paint color of this vehicle, so I'm going to change it to something a little more like that, while also giving it a bit of a whitish, sort of grayish sort of thing going on. A bit of a salmon thing going on. Okay, so Jak X also doesn't play the same as the vehicles you've, used in Jak 3. It's going to play differently in a more awkward way, and we will see that very soon because there is a tutorial that the game gives us, and we can only do the tutorial about once. It pretty much only plays the very beginning of adventure mode and never comes back again, so keep that in mind. So, another thing is that the PS4 version has a lot of problems, and I'll be getting to them later when they pop up, but right now, let's go into adventure mode and begin the actual main part of the game.
Let's get this over with and blow this berg. Who called us here anyway?
Crew's daughter, Rain.
Crew had a daughter?
Crew? Reproduced? Ew! Can you imagine what that tub of jelly must look like?
Thank you for coming to Crass City. It looks like some didn't make it. Ah, well. I'm Rain. Before Father died, his wishes were simple. To have his will played for his closest associates, and for us to drink to his passing. This special vintage he kept for the very occasion, to toast his death. Here's to old friends, and to Father's untimely death. So without further delay, his message to us.
Hello, nearly friends, and mostly enemies. If you're listening to this message, then I must be dead. Oh, well. As you all know, I loved racing almost as much as I loved weapons. Alas, I never fulfilled my living dream of winning the biggest race of all, the Crass City Grand Championship. But even in death, I will field the greatest racing team ever assembled and win the biggest race on the planet. You are the best of the best, and you will race for me.
Never
Forget it!
I expect you're all riled up by now, so let me tell you why you will race, and you will win. If all went as planned, you just give a touching toast in my honor. Sorry to say, but I put poison in that special vintage. Quite unsporty, am I really?
Father!
This is where Ren probably gets upset. Sorry, dear. It's a slow-acting poison, or you'd already be dead. You have just enough time to finish this year's racing season. If you race for me and win, my associates will provide you each with an antidote to the poison. Simple, eh?
What the hell did you do to us? Please, I didn't know. I drank it too. Father never did play favorites.
Yeah? Well, your father's crazy.
We're all crazy for coming here!
I think she's telling the truth.
Well, it's been 1 minute, so I figure by now you're all arguing about how to get out of this mess. My advice is trust no one. Win the race and save yourselves.
Jak, next time you invite me to one of your little parties, don't!
We can do this. We can race. And we can beat Crew at his own game.
Father bought us the best mobile racing garage money can buy, and each of you has a racing car waiting. We're in this together, so let's get to it.
And now we begin the game with a tutorial. Yes, a tutorial. It's gonna be fun. Not really. It's kind of boring, but it gives you the,
Let's take your vehicle out on the track, and I'll go over the basics.
Yeah, it's with Kira.
Hit the gas, Jak.
Okay, I'll go ahead and do that.
Brakes are there when you feel the urge, but knowing you, they won't be the first thing on your mind.
That's a little slip in her head there, but yeah, it's brake.
Holding down the brake will stop your racer and put it into reverse. Hit reverse, Jak.
It's just very basic shit right now.
Good. Feel the controls? Your racer has great steering response, and trust me, you'll need it for some of the more challenging courses. Green Eco powers your vehicle's damage control. When you pick up Green Eco, you repair damage on your vehicle.
Green Eco is still our health, and yes, the steering. It's,
Not bad. You finished your first training. Get ready for the next round.
Yeah, the steering's gonna be the biggest difference to you. Be ready for it. But first, Second round.
Feels nice to be back in the saddle, huh, Jak? Okay, take the vehicle out for a spin and let's see what you've got. Pick up some blue eco. Watch your turbo meter for how much juice you've got in the tank, and use it when you really want to burn up the track.
Blue eco is our boost. Not surprising.
Meter says you've got turbo power. Use it, Jak, and drop the hammer.
So yeah, you just, you
now
know.
that's speed. Trust me, you'll need it.
So yeah, now we just gotta get to the finishing line with all this boost, which you can actually get to the finishing line without boosting at all. There's enough time here for you to actually make it to the end fairly easily with very minimal boost, honestly. It's not that long away. And yeah, this was obvious because, you know, blue eco is always sort of like a power sort of thing. So obviously it would be like a fucking nitro, in a sense. And in case you're wondering how this controls, this game kind of plays like Crash Team Racing, or in this case Nitro Kart, in a sense. You'll see what I mean.
That was great. Now you've mastered turboing. Let's move on to the next round of training.
I mean, this was made by Naughty Dog, so obviously they have experience with, you know, racing games with CTR, but still.
You can use the E-brake to get into a power slide on turns. You'll need to use power slides to get around aggressive corners. Try getting into a slide, Jak.
Unlike CTR, the power slide's different in that all it does is increase your boost, you know, not really be like a flame thing.
You can pull a 180 turn by holding down the emergency brake. Get up to speed and give it a try.
You will never have a moment when you need to do a 180 turn, so this is pointless.
You're looking good. If you want to catch a little air, use the car's jump jets. Jump jets give you a little boost off the ground when you need it, and will maximize your hang time. Try jumping, Jak.
You'll need the jumping. You'll really need to fucking jump in this game. It's going to be very useful. Yeah, it has to be very specific on that long hang time bit here.
Alright, 3 down, 2 to go.
Yep, we have 2 more rounds to go. So yeah, you can kind of see where this is going, right? You can kind of see how this is essentially going in the same sort of like lifeline of CTR, in a sense.
Picking up eco will power up your car and give you lots of options while you race. Try picking up a little yellow eco.
Yep, yellow eco is our weaponry. Get ready for this.
When you pick it up, the eco will be processed and an energy weapon will come online. An icon will appear telling you what weapon you've got. That icon means you have missiles.
So yeah, missiles. This is the drone thing.
Yellow eco will give you, and the icons tell you which one you currently have available. Each weapon is unique, and each has strategic advantages in different situations. You'll have to experiment with each type to find your favorite. You also have a dark eco meter. You can power that up by using your weapons. The more you use them, the higher
I'm gonna fail this, by the way.
The higher the dark eco meter, the more powerful your weapons will get.
Yep, and I failed it. Yeah, one crash to fail, but don't worry, your progress is still saved. There's no real risk here. It's a tutorial, so there shouldn't be.
Dark eco makes your weapons more powerful until you crash.
Yeah, dark eco makes us have like more power, so essentially the Wumpa Fruit sort of deal. And yeah, machine guns, grenades, fucking rocket launcher.
Yellow eco. Let's move on.
There's also a sort of like blue shell deal. There's energy ball, so there's gonna be a lot of weaponry to deal with.
Okay, let's try something new. Red eco is for rear weapons. Try picking up red eco.
And red eco is sort of our defensive.
That icon says you now have a red eco mine. You can activate a red-powered weapon with its own special fire button. Remember, this button will only discharge red weapons, and they go out the back. Try dropping a mine, Jak. Good
Yeah, you'll
job.
mainly want to use this
That'll
when...
give someone a headache.
Uh-huh.
Oh no! Some of Mizo's gang are on the track! Look out!
Okay, then.
He's launched a missile! Drop a mine as a counter move! Nice!
Yeah, basically the way this works is that you want to keep these as countermeasures, because the AI will definitely be shooting missiles at you, and the best way of taking care of this shit is to essentially use your red ammo to deflect their stuff. Now, you could put it close to you, but it will still damage you. You'll want to do it immediately. That way it goes away immediately. It doesn't actually affect you. Sometimes won't be lucky because they'll be very close up, but otherwise it should be fine.
Alright, you've completed your training. Now let's see if you can hang with the big boys.
We will. So that's training. You now know how to play this game. If you know how to play Mario Kart or CTR, you know how this works. And it's no different here, really.
Here's your first new vehicle, Jak. This one's built for speed.
Okay, well this one's more for the races, obviously. So, you know, Road Blade for racing.
And when the need calls for something a little more rugged, choose this one.
And the Basher is for combat. There'll be different classes of stuff, and we're going through each one. There's Sparkus, Crash City, Haven City, Iceland, and the Grand Prix. And, yeah, they're a little bit different, but interesting. We'll remember about Crash City. It's this game's city. There's Haven City, there's Sparkus, and there's Iceland's, which I haven't seen the Iceland's in a while. There's also Red Eco, Green Eco, Blue Eco, and Yellow Eco Cup. Each one different classes, with the Yellow Eco being all classes. As you can see, there's also the single normal event exhibition. Now, which one you actually choose, you will essentially be able to, you know, get orbs out of any of this. So there's Ashland, there's Jak, you know, there's Shiv. Shiv's off this game. There's also Edge. Again, of this game, you've always seen him from the cutscene, the intro. Cutter, he was also from the intro as one of the enemies that Jak fought against. Terran, there she is. There's Torn, obviously. They look a bit different now. They have different outfits. He's ready for anything. Aiden, it's Ratchet, it's Jak 1, 2, and 3, Zemon, Osmos, and yeah, not many characters right now. But look, you know, Osmos appear for a second, and then it gets all blank because that's one of the problems with Jak X on fucking PS4. There's a lot more in gameplay, and also there's no multiplayer in this version of Jak X. They kind of automatically boot you away from LAN and offline 2-player and shit because no online. It's really dumb. There's Spargus Series, Precursor Temple. I'm gonna go for all the titles of the races now. Crash City, the loading docks. There's Dirt Stam, our first combat arena. Seaport Strip. And Mar Coliseum, another combat arena. Another thing is Haven City, of Clifftop Battlefield, Forbidden Jungle, another fucking battlefield, and Sewer Raceway. Yep, the sewers will never leave us. And lastly, the Icelands, with Icebound Citadel, Mountaintop Highway, Frozen Speedway, and Timber Line Track. And there's also some commentary being said for every single race event, so I'll check out the Grand Prix and show you there's qualifiers in the Grand Prix itself. I will also show you Kira telling us how a circuit race is going to be like in this game.
This is a racing challenge, Jak, but this sport's called combat racing for a reason. Everyone on the track will have weapons, and they won't be afraid to use them. You'll be up against some pretty tough drivers, so watch yourself. The object is to complete the set number of laps faster than everyone else, but also do it in one piece. Just keep your car on the track, be a hard target to hit, pick your battles wisely, and get to the finish line as fast as you can. Go get 'em, Jak!
And we'll be going for this next time in Jak X. Thanks for watching.